So then, the British Superbike Championship have asked myself and some other previous champions if we'll do some videos for you guys to keep you entertained whilst we're all stuck in this flipping pandemic. Obviously, it's not ideal. It's very, very difficult for many people. And the first thing I want to say is I hope you're all safe and well and looking after yourselves and looking forward to the racing starting again as much as I am. Getting on with my video, obviously one of the questions I've been asked is my first memory of BSB. And to be honest, there's been a few bangs on the head since that actually happened. And I can't really remember my first actual official BSB memory, but there's been plenty of good ones since it happened, so it's not so bad for me. The next thing I've been asked, best memories of my times in BSB. Well, I'd like to say that I still live in hope that my time in BSB isn't over yet. So memories are there to be made, although I have made some great ones so far. One of my favourite memories actually was from 2008 at Mallory Park. I remember trying to overtake, I think it might have been Cal Crutchlow or one of the other guys, going into the hairpin at Mallory Park and actually getting wedged up against the inside of the hairpin, coming to a complete standstill, having to kind of flip myself back up and get going again. And I did so, and I even ended up winning the race. So that was one of my fondest memories. I really enjoyed that day. Best rivalries during my time in BSB. Just so you wonder why I'm looking down, I'm cheating because I can't actually remember all the stuff that I've been asked to mention. But there's been many fantastic rivals for me in BSB, obviously. I've been privileged to ride against some of the fastest riders in the world. Highlights for me, Steve Hislop, Hizzy, obviously a very special man on his day. I beat him to my debut BSB win in Donington Park in 2002, so that was pretty special. John Reynolds, obviously, great champion. Jonathan Ray, who remembers him back in BSB in the H&M Plant Honda days. A lot of fun racing with Jonathan back then. Cal Crutchlow, as I mentioned. Leon Camia. Oh, blimey, who else? Leon Haslam. Kianari, Ryuichi Kianari. A lot of respect for Kio, a very fast rider. Latterly, Josh Brooks, a lot of respect for him on the track. We had some fantastic battles together, so always good fun racing against him. And John Hopkins, funnily enough, was one of my favourite rivals, should I say, to race against, because I remember being on the Aprilia and the KTM in MotoGP when John was on the Suzuki and doing a good job. And you know, sometimes John would go out and go really fast in first practice, and on the bikes I was riding, it'd take me all weekend to catch up to the lap times that he'd done probably 5 or 6 laps in. So he used to rip into me a lot and give me a lot of grief about the fact that he was so much faster. So to beat him in BSB was like, have some of me, sunshine. So that was great. I've been asked to explain which championship victories meant what to me and if they felt different. I would say the first BSB championship in 2003 was fantastic. Obviously, it proves that you can be a champion, you can string a year together. I did that along with 2 World Superbike wins in that season as well. So it doesn't really get much better than that. 2008 was the second championship. And I guess that proved that the first one wasn't a fluke, which was really nice. So I enjoyed it because of that. The third championship, 2012, came on a 4-cylinder bike. That was obviously really important because it showed that I wasn't just a Ducati rider and I could ride anything. Oh, excuse me, could ride anything. So that was good. The fourth one, obviously, 14, wasn't it? 2014 put me in a league of my own because I was the first person to ever win 4 championships, which I was obviously extremely proud of. The fifth, for me, was very special. You know, the Ducati Panigale at the time when I rode it in 2016, I don't think it even had a podium, let alone a race win. So to take that bike to 10 or 12 wins and a load more podiums and win a championship was pretty special. That was like kind of like a middle finger at everybody who thought that, you know, it couldn't be done. It made me very proud. And then finally, the 6th championship was a back-to-back victory with 2016. So 2017, it looked like the championship had gone away. You know, Leon Haslam had a 33-point lead, I think, going into the last round of the championship that didn't look like it would be overcome at all. But we managed to get it done. We managed to be the 6-time champion. Made me immensely proud. A very touching moment, obviously, which just kind of compels the whole thing of BSB. You know, Leon coming up onto the grid after the championship had finished to congratulate me on my championship after such a big battle between us all year was, you know, a very touching moment. And I think that takes me back to that, you know, that thing about best memories I've had in BSB. You know, there's been so many. I consider myself very, very fortunate. I worked hard, and fingers crossed, who knows, maybe it's not over yet. Take care, everybody. Look after yourselves in this lockdown, and hopefully we'll all catch up soon.